This is May. I'm doing my Wednesday Facebook Live on hot love, dating, and relationship conversation questions that you have. So this week I got some really good stuff for you. I have several questions. The first one, what happened when you have different political view and everything else is going well, but the different political view exists between you two? Well, I have to say, all the little things that are different is later on in life is gonna annoy you. So, but the political views are really big stuff. That and religion and all that stuff, man. You know, I think when you enter a relationship in the long run, it's always turned into what I call a spiritual journey. What that means is that there are stuff that you two has to work on, and there's always going to be some resistance, something that we differ on that irritates us. Maybe you put the towels right there, or you when you do dishes, this one is mine with Keith. When you do dishes, you leave the sponge in the dishwater and it sits there for days and then it stinks and then the sponge is all mildewy and disgusting. You know, this is one reason why I don't live with him. Just kidding, honey. It's like, I know that that's going to be the thing that's going to irritate the heck out of us, but that's what it is, right? So that's where respect comes in. And respect is easier said than done. I think we say respect, but I don't think so. I think we rather control and we rather have it our ways. So different political opinion, different way of eating, different health, different exercise patterns. You know, the sex can be really great, but if you have different exercise routine, different way of eating, it's gonna create conflict. The question is, how do you resolve the conflict, and how do you use the conflict to make your intimacy deeper versus use the conflict to pull yourself apart? That is a big question to ask. So a lot of people who are dating again, that question tend to be all about, you know, oh, where do I meet the guy and how do I get that? And you know, he's so cute, she's so hot. You know? It's like, yeah, honey, that's really great. But afterward, how do you cultivate the relationship and how do you keep it hot with each other? How do you maintain respect and boundary and some space so that each person has your own opinion, your own ways of living, and yet you're creating a union together. That's a dance, that's an art, and that takes a lot of self-growth. That takes a lot of knowing yourself and understanding men or women. You know, like if you're with men, you have to understand men. And this is one of the reasons why I spend a lot of times when I work with my clients to help them understand themselves and understanding men. Most people walk around thinking, I understand myself. No, you don't. Yeah, it's amazing how we actually do not understand ourselves and what it is that we really, really want. So that's a challenge for a human in relationship. The next question, it's actually not a question, but it comes from a conversation that I had with my girlfriend who has been single for a long time, like over 2-3 decades. And she has been like tiptoeing and venturing out there to wanting to date again. But she's been very afraid. And so, of course, she wouldn't take my program. Okay, all right. That was guilt and rubbing it in. I shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, so she took this personal growth program from somewhere. I don't know where. But they made her go out and date. Do online dating and just do it. Just do it. I hear this advice from girlfriends and girlfriends all the time, and I think it's a terrible advice. Terrible. People, if they're not dating, it's not because they're not doing it. It's because they're afraid, and they're afraid of something. And usually the fear has a lot of history and a lot of baggage behind it, and they haven't healed those wounds. And so if they go out and do as they are told, just go out and date. You know, it's a numbers game. It's never a numbers game. I hate that advice. It's not a numbers game. You don't need to have to date so many people to find it. You got to know who you are and what you want. And then when you are clear and you're open to love, he will show up or she will show up. On promise. This happens with every single client that I've seen. So I cringed when she told me that in the last couple months, you know, she had to go out and just go to online dating and date and all this stuff. I think it's terrible because, first of all, it's like sending lamb into the wolves or something like that. She's completely unprepared for it. Her heart is fragile, and so whatever, she can be duped so quickly, so easily, and you know, when we are dating, a lot of dating is a reflection of what's going on inside us. So if we're not ready for love, we're going to reflect with men who are not ready for love. If we have other things, it's just going to just have all these mirror effects. I think it's a terrible thing to do. I think it's inhumane, actually. And to shove someone out there, it's almost like saying, I'm afraid to I don't know, to leap off the ledge or something, and somebody come up to you and shove you. All right, that brought up a childhood story memory for me. Like when I was little, about 6 years old, I went to my mom's boss's house for a weekend thing, and he had a swimming pool. And my dad was in the water, and I was just standing there like a little girl, you know, like trying to dive in. And I've never been around water, and I've never jumped in, and I was petrified. And I was just standing there, and my dad's like, come on, I got you. And everyone's like, go jump, you'll be fine, right? Just like, oh, go online dating, you'll be fine. So my mother walked behind me and just shoved me in. And as I flew through the air, I thought to myself, that was the very first time I thought, I cannot trust this woman. I hate her. And I don't think I ever really ever get over that. I have forgiven her. It doesn't run me anymore, but I think it does damage when we shove people into dating or into anything that they're not ready for. I think we need to support them. We need to help them understand what's going on underneath that has them be fearful of men, of dating, of putting themselves out there. And most likely it's some issues with dad or mom or some abandonment or some crazy traumatic issue in childhood that we need to support them. And then once they feel really loved and they can, you know, at their own time, they will bring the love in. And when they do, it's easy. It doesn't have to be going through all the online dating stuff. You don't have to kiss 1,000 fish and all that stuff. It's okay. So that's my dating tip for today. And if you have any questions or anything else that you'd like me to answer, make a comment below. And by the way, I'm posting these Facebook Live onto my YouTube channel, Hot Life, Hot Love YouTube channel. Go there and find the history of this. We're starting to create a nice library of different dating questions. One of the most popular questions that's been answered is, should I have sex on the first date or not? So check that out. And while you're there, please subscribe and like. And if you really like what I have to say, please share. I'd love for you to share on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever that your peeps hang out. So appreciate that. And if you want some more, and if you are really, you know, ready and wanted to look at love and how to rebuild your love life, come to my 2-day live event. It's coming up at the end of April and another one in August. So let me know and we'll sign you up. It's a great 2-day event that's going to help you create the love that you want. I promise you, this stuff works. So I look forward to seeing you there. So make a comment and send me a question. Have a great night. Bye.